Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Shield.com. Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. No one better to start with this hour than State Trooper Sergeant Steve Woodard. Interesting stuff on preparation for your sightseeing pleasure of the solar eclipse. Okay. Also, Jeff's going to have the racing calendar and a special feature coming up. Mr. Mars has a special feature on micro cars sometime in the next hour that none of us can fit into, comfortably anyway. Today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the last day of the Houston Meekum auction at NRG Center. Get on down there. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Our IT Director of Engineering, David Ainsley, sleeping in again this morning.
He's listening. He's awake.
You don't have to. No, he's not.
Said he was.
Yeah, Look at the reaction we got from him. There you go. Yeah. He's already up.
All right. Well, joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, direct from, is it his house? No, he's in uniform. Are you at home?
Hey,
it's his office.
Yeah, that's the office.
It's his office.
All right. Huh?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you good. Can you hear us good?
This is the office, and I'm here. I have on pants.
I don't. Have you ever spoken to us from your home? I don't believe so.
He's always working.
I'm normally on location, and if I did speak to you from my home, let's say that I did.
Okay, whatever makes it right and work for you, we don't care. How are you?
I tell you, I appreciate you guys always inviting me on through the years. I'll let you in on a little secret. When of course Brother Mars gives me a call and we set this up, we never talk about a topic. I just bring something up. But you talked about that eclipse.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's a big. Believe it or not, that's a big topic right now.
Well, let me
I
just.
wasn't even planning on talking about that.
Well, let me just say this: that I heard through the television station that I work for that there was a heads-up warning over a month ago that apparently that TxDOT put out that said there is going to be a massive traffic jam between Houston and the Hill Country. Did you hear that?
I'm telling you right now, it's looking that way. So, so as TxDOT has all the traffic mitigation plans in place, but as DPS, we get ready for this thing, we're talking about 83 counties that could be affected. We're looking at an upward of about 1.1 million folks coming to view. Anywhere between this thing is supposed to take place anywhere between the time of 1:30 and 1:50 p.m. on Monday. So we're doing everything we need to do for traffic control to make sure individuals enjoy their eclipse experience.
Well, I have not their eclipse experience.
When he says
that.
Gotcha.
It's almost like you're trying to sell the thing. I like it. I like it.
Well, I have to look. When I'm on In Wheel Time, I have to change my style a little bit. This is a professional show, isn't it?
No, it's not. This is not professional at all.
You're the only professional here.
God. No, I last time I looked at the forecast, which was a couple of days ago, that there was a pretty good chance of rain and a lot of cloud cover here. So you're not going to see much except the lights going dim. Well, for me personally, I see the lights going dim all the time, depending on where I am and what I'm doing. But I will say this, that if that's the case and there's a chance of rain or a lot of cloud cover, you're not going to be able to see the eclipse directly. And I have a feeling if that's the case, there's going to be a lot of people heading toward the Hill Country, probably tomorrow, if not Monday morning, to go see this thing.
And where are they going to stay? Because all the hotels are full.
Yeah.
Park on the side of the road.
And we're thinking about all those small little towns that can't really service the visitors. So it's going to be interesting. What we're telling folks is if you are going to enjoy the experience, obviously drive with safety. Don't stop in the lane of traffic because we want to keep traffic flowing. Obviously, if visibility is reduced by 1,000 feet, we need you to put your headlights on. We're expecting to see large numbers in all seriousness. So we're assisting these small towns that have a very small number in law enforcement personnel with traffic mitigation. We're telling folks, of course, keep your tanks full, have you some water and supplies on hand because you never know what may happen. Just yesterday, they were telling us to advise the public to make sure that you inform your family and others of your location because of the cell phone towers. They may get overwhelmed. So, this is just one of those things that, we've been here before, but again, we want people to enjoy it safely. Hey, DPS will be out. I don't care which four corners of the state, or even sometimes out of state, where the problem is, we will be. So that's just part of being a state policeman. But again, we want folks to enjoy it.
Steve, I have to tell you that what this reminds me of from the forecasts that roads are going to be jammed up. I think it was Hurricane Rita for years ago. This was probably in the, about 2005 or so, somewhere in there. And there was an evacuation order for Houston. Oh, my gosh. What an absolute nightmare. You remember it. People were jammed up, not moving on I-10, the Katy Freeway, trying to get to the hill country. It can only handle so many cars. And let's not forget that ongoing death trap out there by Brookshire, where all that construction is going on, where traffic is down to 2 lanes. It's a nightmare. 290 jammed up all the way. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know about 59, but everybody was trying to go away from the coast because they didn't know exactly where it was. Well, as it turned out, it went over to Beaumont area. Mm-hmm. But I can remember my wife and had 2 girls and the dog in the car. They got stuck out in that and thought that they had left in enough time early on, but they got stuck. And it was jammed up. Cars stalled everywhere. People had no place to go to the bathroom. They had no water, ran out of gas. It was bad. So one of the things that we pulled off the internet, Steve, was, take an emergency kit with you in case you get stuck in traffic and can't find a place to stay. Water, non-perishable food, flashlight, battery-powered radio. I know this sounds just like a hurricane.
Yeah, it is.
But these kinds of things are important when you get out there and you get into that situation, Steve. Check the weather forecast. Time and plan accordingly. Keep your gas tank full. Let someone know where you're going, what you said, and pick an easy to remember meeting location. If you get separated, say you went with the neighbors or 2 or 3 of you are going to go together in separate cars, find a place where you all can get together. All of those roadside places, they're all going to be jam-packed. And the funny thing about it to me is that, here in Houston, from what I understand, and I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, that we're going to see an 80% eclipse here. I'm good with that. I don't know about you, but I can do 80%.
Well, I know one guy that's not going to be going to the hill country. His name is Don.
That's exactly right, brother. I'm going to be right here.
Yeah. So, well, we hope everybody enjoy it. Hey, we'll be out there. I got to ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Is it illegal to pop a wheelie with a motorcycle on a roadway?
Oh, I was thinking about a 67 Camaro when he said that.
The pop a wheelie on a motorcycle on a road. I guess I would think that it would be, I don't know, lack of control. What kind of ticket would you get for that?
Well, it's not.
It's not illegal. Yeah.
As long as it's done safely. We have some really, really interesting laws when it comes to vehicles other than, your automobile, like your passenger vehicle or your pickup truck. So obviously we added the new law that you can't lane split, and there's a code for that specifically. But when we talk about these ATVs, these four-wheelers, individuals operating these four-wheelers on city streets, roadways, there's some instances where individuals are seeing these four-wheelers on the interstate on 610. You can't do it. You cannot operate an ATV or an off-highway vehicle on the roadway unless it's approved by the city, the county, if it's in an agricultural sort of operation, or if it's a law enforcement. So we tell folks, again, as the summer starts to creep up on us, be mindful of that off-highway vehicle because, number one, it's not regulated for safety, and two, it is illegal in some circumstances to operate on the roadway.
And two things. You did that segment on a news station recently. What you're talking about there, and you went in depth on that from A to Z on the do's and the don'ts and the whys of it. Also, April is National Defensive Driving Month.
Yes, sir. It is. It is, and that's why I tied that up. And it's important. It's becoming a problem, obviously, in the big city lights of Houston. And we, DPS, we're trying to help out our Houston friends. We come in once a month for about a week's time to help them try to mitigate some of this aggressive driving. And I'm going to tell you, Don, and you know this better than all of everybody that's on, we try to work together if we can as a law enforcement agency to try to make the roadway safe for everybody at hand. Look, fellas, there's over 78,000 law enforcement agencies in Texas. And I'll tell you, 80 plus are right in Harris County, and we're one of them. And if we all can work together, it'll make that travel from point A to B and back to A a lot safer.
Steve, I did want to mention one thing. I travel the Beltway a lot. That's my commuting way to go from Sugar Land over to a Hobby Airport. And what I don't understand is guys that are doing 90 miles an hour. If everybody did 90, okay, I got it. But do people not understand the closing rate when you're doing 90 as opposed to doing 70? That's 20 miles an hour. Man, you can kill somebody at 20 miles an hour. That's a proven fact. And to have a closing rate on another car that's ahead of you that's doing 70, already breaking the speed limit of 65, that's doing 70, you're not going to get stopped, yet generally speaking, for doing 70 on the tollway. But doing 90, it's scary because that car is coming up behind you so fast that if you look behind him, use your mirrors, look behind you, and you see that car back there, I've got time to pull out in front of him. Well, no, he's coming on you at 20 miles an hour faster than you're going. You don't realize that you're pulling out in front of a car. You get it rear-ended, cause a huge wreck, and I see it all the time. It's truly amazing. I don't understand. What's the purpose of doing that?
There's none. I'm speaking with a trucking company at a trucking convention today outside of El Campo. And one of the blocks, we're going to be talking about speed to those guys driving the big trucks on how to, number one, be mindful of your speed. We rarely get truck drivers driving at a egregious speed, but our message to them is try to help these individuals help themselves. Speed kills, and it's the number one contributing factor to our crashes. So again, all of us working together with enforcement, education, which you allow me to do here, and people talking at the dinner table, I think we'll be able to save lives. I'm going to tell you something, Don. You're right on it. What I'm going to do offline, text me your address. I'll get you a DPS uniform and hat. You're ready to get to it.
No, don't do that because he's going to have us patted down every day.
He'll be one of those guys like on Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah, the short.
Short.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that'd be him.
Yeah. But we can only give him one bullet that he's got to keep in his top pocket, like Barney.
They're going to bite Barney.
That's messed up.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, man, I'm not, I hate it when people say, you're driving too fast. No, I mean, I like driving fast. We all like driving fast.
Absolutely.
I went to the last time I had to take a defensive driving course. The guy said, look, think of it this way. If you're going 20 miles over the speed limit, how much faster are you going to get to your destination? Really? If you're going to go 20 miles, right, and you're going to do 60 miles an hour, how much sooner are you going to get there? Really? Not much sooner.
No.
Couple of minutes, maybe?
It's 111 miles. every Saturday morning one way. And the difference for me, and the difference between driving 65 out there on Interstate 10, where it's people passing you doing 90, and driving 75 is maybe 5 minutes.
At the most.
At the most.
Yeah.
Across that distance. And around town, it's nothing.
And then you do that speed, and then you just get to the traffic light quicker. And then you catch up to those people that pass you.
Or the construction.
Exactly, or the stop sign.
Yeah. To endanger everybody else's life doing 90 miles an hour in a 65-mile-an-hour zone just doesn't. Yeah. I mean, God knows, I think that all of us have done that probably at some point in our lives. I got that.
Not me.
No, liar. No, you haven't. You've done it 110 miles an hour is what you've done.
I think the next time Steve is on, he ought to pull our traffic records and
do that.
I don't think he ought to do that.
We can make it happen.
I don't think he ought to do that.
I know you can.
I'll leave you with this. If everybody is in your way, if everybody's driving slow and everybody's in your way and you're trying to get somewhere, the answer to that equation is you're late. It's you.
Yeah.
The truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stephen, it's always good to talk to you, my friend. How are the boys?
They're doing good. They're doing good. When I left the house, everybody was still asleep, so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Saturday
do.
morning.
Yeah. Well, it's great to talk to you. Great to see you. I like to see you in this role as opposed to flying overhead in some horrible traffic accident or whatever it is that you're involved with, investigation. And so it's good to see you, and you take care of yourself.
Be safe.
Thank all of you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Stephen Woodard. That's Sergeant
Stephen Woodard.
Trooper.
He's got a nice office.
He does.
Yeah. Like I say, it's always fun.
Actually, when I saw him out there at the office, we landed there one day for whatever reason. And we landed there in the helipad. And I said, got out of the helicopter, and there's this guy. And it was Stephen Woodard walking across, coming over to the helicopter division. And I said, Stephen Woodard? He looked around. Don? Is that you? I said, yeah, we're here. But he didn't invite me into his office.
Oh, no.
No.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either. No,
probably have to frisk you.
Yeah, we hung out with the DPS guys for a while over there one day.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. All right. What do you want to do? You want to do the racing calendar?
We can. I got that. There's really just a couple of things going on the racing. You got NHRA, which was qualifying was yesterday. They did a rebroadcast last night, and it was delayed because of the truck race.
Yeah, well, and the NHRA race also, they only did the fuel cars. They didn't do pro stock.
Correct.
And so, Erica, they're going to run 3 qualifying sessions.
Right. And it's going to be the second round is going to be the finish of last week's or 2 weeks ago's race.
They got a lot to do.
But anyways, that's today. It's the NHRA Arizona Nationals. It's in Phoenix, Arizona, 6:30 p.m. It is on FS1. Then you got NASCAR, which is tomorrow. I'm sure there's practice and all the other smaller events
Ancillary
going on.
events.
Yes. Yeah. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Martinsville. They ran the truck race last night. A lot of crashes, a lot of short track stuff. Tickets are available, Mike, in case you want to go. That's on FS1 also. The other events are kind of delayed with, they're in the hiatus week, so to speak. So those are the only 2 going on. Well, we got Formula One, but Formula One.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like the way you do. They just kind of blow it off.
Yeah, whatever.
They're fast cars, so you got to talk about them fast.
There's so much drama. Put your purse down and race the car. That's what I'm saying.
Can I quote you on that?
Do it.
We're going to use that somewhere along the line. Put your purse down.
And drive.
Shut up and drive.
There you go.
All right.
No, that's not the same as put your purse down and drive.
It's not.
So much drama.
Take your Ferragamos off and drive the car.
He cut me off in the pit, and I didn't get cold water. And
Jeff loves Formula One.
No, I've got family members that love Formula One, and good for them. I have no problem with that. I just don't see the point of all the hullabaloo.
Thank you. By the way, that racing calendar was sponsored by Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge. Mm-hmm. I know they're paying us a lot of money for that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where are we going next?
Yeah, where are we going next?
Well,
because we're kind of jostled. We got a new studio set up. We got everybody's like on a different page.
Well,
today.
not only do we have a new setup in the studio, But Mars pulled a fast one on me and decided at the last minute that we're going to move guests around. So all of the stuff, the prep that I do, all of this that I spent hours on getting ready for the show, out the window.
Him too.
Well, I've kind of converted my stack. I'm now writing it in as we go.
Do you know who had it right? Moi.
Yeah.
I had it all right here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you did.
Yeah.
So
bunch of whiners. I think I'm Formula One over here.
Really?
We're going to start calling you Formula One.
Did you bring your purse?
I did.
Did you set it down?
I set it down right there.
It's back
over
here
to my water.
Great. I think I missed something last hour that I was supposed to do this hour.
Events, maybe?
Do you want to do events? Is that what I missed?
Is that
I know we pushed it back an hour.
Well,
yes, that's right. We did. We did. So you have the events calendar.
Mm-hmm. He's pulling it up right now.
What do you mean you're pulling it up? You don't have it on a piece of paper?
I think the piece of paper is on the printer. My printer, not your printer.
At home?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I see. Well, I guess you're going to have to blow that up because I couldn't. That would be an eye test if I tried to read that off.
Well, I'm kind of thinking. I got new glasses, so that'll help.
Oh boy!
Really? Are they the old man bifocals?
They're trifocals.
Trifocals.
They call them progressive lenses.
Ooh, progressive.
Didn't get the progressives.
Well, talk amongst yourselves at home while Mike gets us going.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, we're waiting on you. Go.
Oh, you're waiting on me. Today, of course, we've already talked about it some. Mika Model Auction in Houston at NRG. One-day tickets are $30. It's a big deal. It is a great car show. Lots of lights, lots of action. If you've never been there, it's well worth taking the family because the family can go. Look at the cars. Look at the spectacle.
If you can't get there by 1 o'clock, then plan on going next year. But if you can get there by 1 o'clock, you're still going to see lots of cars across the auction block. And
that whole process is impressive on how well they orchestrate all that.
The passes that we were given to at the Corvette show I gave out to some friends, and they all went Thursday and yesterday. They said they had a blast. It was a great time.
Well, I gave a couple.
I've got some friends coming today.
I gave a couple to Uncle Bob, and Uncle Bob was, I think, going to go. I don't know whether he went or not, but he was going to go.
One of my clients is taking his son out today.
Yeah, so. My son's going with a couple of his buddies today, and he told me to watch out for the credit card. And I said, well, they ain't my credit card, so don't worry. Also today, a special event I found out at the last minute, Bayou City Electric School Bus Festival. Now, this is live music, craft beers, food.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah, he said it.
Say it again. The what?
Bayou City Electric School Bus Festival.
Electric School Bus Festival.
With craft beers is the key point you got to hear. And so what it is...
Are they going to race these electric buses?
No, they're not going to race them. But they are going to have one of them that the kids and the people that are there can decorate, and they're going to put it in the art car parade that's the following week.
I got you.
And, of course, they've got EVs out there. Buzz is coming down from Dallas with his EV, and they're setting up demonstrations. People can ask questions.
That's great. But the only thing is they're going to have to find a place to get them charged that works. Okay?
Well, I'm guessing that since
because I couldn't find any place.
I'm guessing since they've got a place there at 3620 West 11th Street in Houston, that they've got all that figured out.
Some of those gasoline-powered generators that they're going to pull in there.
Could be.
I'm interested in the craft beer side.
No, but I mean, and I thought that was the interesting part. But again, live music, craft beers, food, and decorate the bus. Also,
the magic bus.
Yes. Next week, April the 11th through the 14th, is that 37th annual Houston Car Art Experience. It's like 4 days, all kinds of things going on.
Not car art, but art car.
Art car experience?
Yeah.
Okay. Houston, artcarparade.com for more information about the actual parade, the kids' creative. There's a dance one night. Got a lot of mini parades going on in the neighborhood across the 4 days. Got lots of stuff going on with that. Now, then the next week, Space City Corvette's 20th annual Corvette and Crawfish, April the 13th.
Yeah.
Gates open at 8:30, and pre-registration is $45. Day of the show is $50. Stevenson Park, 1100 South Friendswood Drive, Friendswood, Texas. SpaceCityCorvetteClub.com for more info. You went to their fall event.
I did. I went to the fall event, and I love the event underneath all those beautiful trees, a nice setting, great park. But I am not a crawfish guy.
Well, and I'm like you, driving a nice car would be. And then coming up, of course, as we talked earlier, Hot Rod Tour of Texas, April 25 through 28.
That's all sold out.
all sold out. Kicks off in Victoria on that Thursday night.
So what are we going to do in place of this show on our usual Saturday morning?
So what we're going to do is we're going to accumulate some interviews, talk to people all. We're going to start Thursday night.
Right.
And Friday all day at the different stops, the Shiner Brewery.
I'm not working.
That's what you said last year.
I'm not working. No, I'm not doing this show. I'm on the tour. This is my thing that I'm going to enjoy with my car.
Yeah.
So if you want to interfere, you're going to have to beg me to help you.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's all
David
on you two.
Okay.
You and David, you three.
So we're going to go back to the original question. So we're going to accumulate some interviews and some B-roll of the cars and the tour and stuff.
Whatever B-roll is, yes. Uh-huh.
And put together a program for Saturday morning at 8 o'clock.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, good luck on that.
Just like we did last year.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Where I got wrangled into doing big interviews, and had to hang around and lose the tour guys, and okay.
Plus, we were all hungover.
We're going to be doing better than that this year. We're not going to do that.
Got kicked out of the hotel.
Well, we're not.
No, wait, that was him.
Kicked out of the hotel.
We didn't know, but we had ghosts in that hotel.
We did.
Yeah.
You had ghosts.
Yeah, well, it was you was knocking on that door at 2 o'clock in the morning.
We put dresser drawers in front of the door so the ghosts wouldn't come in. But it turns out ghosts can go through walls.
Well, and they're remodeling, so we are not there this year, but we'll try to get back there next year. Mm-hmm. Also, before you lose it, May 4th and 5th, Keels and Wheels at Lakewood Yacht Club, 2322 Lakewood Yacht Club Avenue. And it is keels-wheels.com for more information. And we are going to be there live.
Yes, that's the big news that we have today, that we have been contracted to be the car show of choice there at the Keels and Wheels this year.
Absolutely.
We're back.
It's going to be fun. We're going to be out there in the middle of the restaurant tent and next to the VIPs, and they've got a lot of things planned.
The last time we were there, it poured rain. I was soaking wet.
We talked about that. We're going to be in a bigger tent this time.
That's good.
The last one I want to mention, June 7th through 9th, 49th Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run in Granbury, Texas. We will be there live as well.
The In Wheel Time Car Talk show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. And a new daily podcast is available for your listening pleasure. Mm-hmm. You can get that from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In Wheel Time Car Talk show continues right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, Texas, April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center, featuring 1,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more. Broadcast on Motor Trend TV and streaming live on Max. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn,